Jonas Zimmerman, Day 4. I have successfully isolated the substance inside our test tank. But this breakthrough could have the deadliest consequences, and we must now proceed with extreme caution. The experiment chamber has been sealed from the outside. Access is strictly forbidden, restricted to the most senior personnel. I'm convinced this specimen can be developed into our vaccine. It shows great potential, but we are still a long way from achieving our goal. As a doctor with centuries of medical knowledge at my disposal, I must strongly oppose the idea of treating all of our soldiers with this substance. As the man personally responsible for the results, my recommendation is to select a small test group instead. But the scientist's voice is not always heard. Wherever disease strikes, our duty is to save lives. That is the cause I dedicate myself to. The stronger the soldier, the mightier the army, the greater the nation. This is true progress. Jonas Zimmerman, Day 6. I advise you all, never underestimate this project. The sooner we succeed, the sooner our army will be equipped for a glorious victory. I've made certain changes to the experiment, and our results are now more stable. A breakthrough is surely imminent. My work of 2 months had such potential. The final stage, the 6-day operation, gave our army every hope of perfecting the antidote. But they weren't patient enough. The project was closed down after one spectacular failure. But I know this vaccine will work, and my orders now are to deliver the substance personally to Field Marshal Menge and complete the work in the field. This is a terrible disease, and it has to be stopped. High Command seem to have washed their hands of the whole business, but something tells me they're going to regret all they've done to hinder my work. My old hospital in Berlin doesn't seem so bad now after all. Joining the army again so many years after I trained with the best sounds like a bad joke I fell for. Now life is all about discipline, taking orders and saluting my intellectual inferiors, instead of devoting my time to things that are truly important. And yet I confess, I feel strangely positive too. Perhaps somehow this was meant to be. Personal note, Day 1. Last night I had a bad dream. Everyone was dead but me. When I arrived, the air was thick with the smell of sulfur and rotting bodies. Soldiers lay silent in death. All alone, my mind was racing. Stay alive, stay hidden. Remember your orders, deliver the package. Don't become another victim of this madness. And above all else, find out what's causing it. My company had been brutally crushed. A whole train full of men lost. A few escaped, but only to delay death. We all knew something was killing our men in the trenches. An unknown virus, erupting into a plague. And I had the cure. Now I had to find the first squad, the lost company, because they would know how it all began. I had crossed the first line. This battlefield will soon be a distant memory, I told myself, to keep my spirits high. But only a blind man cannot see the truth. Something they didn't want to speak of, something hidden in the shadows, had shown itself in the sunlight of war. In broad daylight, its finger pointing at me. What chance did I have of putting this right, delivering the vaccine, making it work? I used to be a scientist. Now I'm just a long-forgotten shadow of that man, blinded by the horror, by my own ambitions. Something terrifying is breathing down your neck. Do you run or turn to face it? An army man knows his place. He obeys orders. He salutes and marches proudly into dangers a normal man would never face. But this was different. Without men who are healthy, Without men who are alive, you cannot win a war. You won't find that on the recruiting posters. I wonder why. Want to hear an old joke? How do you make God laugh? You tell him your plans. That's what people around me were always doing. Joking, laughing, thinking they were on some glorious, never-ending journey into the sky. But not me. I want something more, much more. Funny, isn't it? And painful. You live, you die, all for nothing. All of your sins, all your dirty deeds, everything seems so small when death dances before your eyes and spawns a creature so powerful and unwanted, the devil himself would need to think again. Plans are good. They kill time. Long after, they'll show you who you were. But don't think you'll get them accomplished. No, I wouldn't plan on that. The root of all evil is a small wooden house. Each of them hides a secret. A father is a deserter, but only the neighbors know. A mother whose sleek, stockinged legs are all that keep her alive. And a son whose sad mind is a blur. These modern theories are too much for him. His life's first taste of defeat. But then, one cold winter's night, walking home through the woods, the lonely boy simply stopped. He breathed in the chill of the night and walked on. He remembered the path, rock by rock, tree by tree, turn by turn. That night, something went home, never to return. And young Jonas went with it, hand in hand. Soon, theories became friends, and friends' theories. Family, soldiers, orders, breakfast, all theories. To scream is to function. Fear is a natural thing. Where the world sees only pain and blood, another may see opportunity. A scream, even if drawn by the most horrifying plague, is merely a biological reaction. Isn't it? Killing him wasn't so hard. After all, I'm a soldier. What's more, I'm a German soldier. In war, there can be no mistakes. Orders? They simply dry out, like an empty well. So old that no one visits anymore. Not a soul. A well. Young boys gather around and throw in rocks, watching them drop deep into the dark. Seconds pass. No sound at all. Silence. And when it finally comes, the boys run, screaming, shocked by the depth and power of their well. It's mystery, it's danger. To kill a man, all you need is a rock. The well is all around, and darkness will find you on her own. The well is all around, and darkness will find you on her own. And when she finally does, you'll be lying face down in cold, filthy mud, begging for life, your face barely recognizable, altered by fear and darkness itself. Only those who are strong enough to admit the need to change can survive. Creatures so unexpected, events so different from any war known to mankind. But I am alive, going down, deep down, watching every step just to see where the light is. Not looking out for enemies, they're already gone, as if they were never here. I am a man fighting for himself now, working to forge a reputation, to create a new definition of fear, to scare them all to death by offering living proof of what man can do when he is not afraid. The journey to this story's last chapter was inevitable. Fueled by the passion to make a change, to free my demons, I give the same dream to all who come after me. They'll want to destroy me, to make me pay for what I have done. But it's not that easy. Not now. Now I am the ruler. Horrible mutilation of mankind, underground race fighting their conquerors, strange creatures caught in the middle. All are long gone. Only I can see it clearly. In the land of man, there can be only one master.